This particular figure is showing us an important feature of the genetic code, and that is it is a non-overlapping code. Because when scientists were looking at the nucleotide sequence of the RNA, their first question was they didn't know how many nucleotides corresponded to a particular base, and the second thing they didn't know if there was a sense of overlap. In other words, it would start with the first one AUG, start at the second one UGC, start at the third one GCG, and so on. So they didn't know if there was an overlapping nature to it. It was shown that the code itself is non-overlapping and has a feature that's referred to as the reading frame. So the reading frame is set by the start codon, or the AUG. So this would become my first codon, the next three would become my second codon, the next three would become my third codon, and so on. So this is the way that the ribosome interprets the messenger RNA nucleotide sequence in order to determine which amino acid will be inserted in the growing protein chain. Now, you can start to see the impact of potential mutations. So, for example, if a mutation caused a deletion of a particular base, then the code would shift, or the reading frame would shift. So in other words, if the C was deleted, my next reading frame of three nucleotides would be GAG, my next would be UCU, and so on. And if you go back and refer to the genetic code, the table, that would completely throw off the amino acid sequence. So insertion or deletion of one or two bases is devastating to the reading of the messenger RNA. So if you had to envision a particular scenario that would minimize the potential problems, that would be either the addition or deletion of three consecutive bases within a reading frame, because then you would simply drop out one amino acid and start maintaining the reading frame with the next amino acid. Now, this doesn't mean that the problem won't be a severe one, but it means at least you're not messing it up from the point of the mutation all the way down the rest of the messenger RNA.